And welcome to the last part of lesson 9.3. Today we are going to talk about writing the equation of a circle given 3 points that are in fact on the circle. So as we start these problems, the biggest thing we know is we need to start having a circle with the center being given to write the equation. This time we're not given the center, but we are given 3 points that are residing on our circle. So step one is we're going to graph that. We have a point at A, which is at -4, -1. We have a point to the right 6, down 1, that's B. And then we have one to the right 6, but up 5. And that's point C. And we're going to connect those with kind of an L shape with a vertical and a horizontal line. And from there, our next step is to look for the midpoints of those two new segments we drew in. So we have that midpoint there, another midpoint. Last but not least, we're going to draw in the perpendicular bisector connectors here so that where these lines intersect is the location of my center of my circle. So in this case, my center is going to be at 1, 2, and again, that's my h and my k value. So as I start plugging into the equation of my circle, I have x minus h, quantity squared, plus y minus k, quantity squared, equals my radius value squared. Now, they gave us 3 points that are on the circle. So we officially have 3 different options of what we want to choose for x, y. So pick your favorite point. I'm going to choose point C. And I'm going to plug in 6 for x and 5 for y. And then type it in to find out what my r squared value is. So x minus h quantity squared plus y minus k quantity squared gives us that radius squared value of 34, right? This is our r squared value. So our final answer for the equation of the circle, again, we're not going to plug in x and y with an actual value. We'll just leave that so we can plug in later. And then this time, this is going to equal 34. So very similar process to what we were doing with the diameter questions, just now we have added 1 extra point. So again, the biggest change up for today is being able to determine the center of our circle. So again, start off by graphing the 3 points they gave you. So 3, 4, -5, 4, and -5, +3, -4. And again, connect with a vertical and a horizontal. Next, we are going to mark the midpoints of those 2 new segments, and we can draw in then a line perpendicular to each of our given lines to see where they intersect. In this case, our center is going to be at -1, 0. And again, this is what we would use for our h and our k. The next one is an example for you to try. You are going to graph these 3 points, and then you are going to determine where is the center of the circle. All right, on the back page, we have one more example, now putting again that all together. So we have, again, step 1 is to just plot these 3 points, and we are going to see where do these connect. So we have 2, -4, 6, -2, and then 6, -4. And this time when we are plotting, we have a midpoint here and here. So as they intersect, we have one at 4, -3. So here's our center point at 4, -3. Now again, we want to start by plugging in our newfound h and k values. Remember, minus -3 is really the same as saying +3. And then we need our r squared value. So to get r squared, we are going to plug in one of these 3 points. And again, it does not matter which one you plug in. I'm going to choose to just plug in the first one. And I'm going to plug in 2 for my x, -4 for my y, And as we simplify this, we end up with 2 minus 4 quantity squared plus -4 plus 3 quantity squared. And we get a final answer there of 5 for your r squared value. So my final equation then would be h and k plugged in, as well as that r squared. Try the last one on your own. First, determine where your center of your circle is. And then the last part, once you get that, determine what the overall equation of your line is. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll work more with these in class.